Alright, what's going on everyone? Today I wanted to talk about these decks again because, well, the last time I talked about them, I sort of glossed over an important aspect of these decks, which is that Wizards of the Coast actually, I think, accidentally leaked the deck list. I don't think they meant to do this because they didn't talk about any of the cards in the deck at all, but then they released the deck box images and oopsie poopsie, the whole deck list is here. So, first off, there's some unknown cards in these decks, including Chomping Changeling and Personify. Those are not cards that exist. In the Pirates deck, we have Spell Snare, which is not in Standard and also crazy. It is 1 mana, counter something that costs 2 or less. Really good in best of 1, considering how aggro it is. So I posted these on Moxfield. I'll leave links to these. But I've also imported them into Arena. Now we have some unknown cards. These are placeholders. But here's the deck. So these cost $24. Actually, I do want to open these really quick. So these cost $24, 25 USD. This one currently is valued at $65. So more than double the price you pay is what you're getting in value. This one is currently $41. Paying $25 for $41 worth of cards is, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. People are going to complain because these aren't challenger decks. They're not tier 1 decks. They aren't meta decks. But I say, if you're okay with the commander decks, then these are fine too. So long as you're getting your money's worth in card value, especially if you're getting into like double to triple your value, I'd say it's good. This one's kind of mid at $41. This one is pretty decent. $25 for a $65 deck is fine to me. So here's the Angel deck. And it's not bad. We get 4 Giadas, 4 Youthful Valkyries, pretty important. 4 removal, we get like Get Lost, Split Up, a couple Ride Downs, which can cost 2 less. We also don't know what Personify is. That could be a removal spell. We don't know. Pretty light on removal, but it's also, it's a tribal Angel deck. You want a tribal angel. There is 1 copy of Paul Patrick Root, which is weird. We do get Llanowar Elves. What's weird is there's 2 green cards, but an 8/8 split, 8 plains, 8 forests. That seems wrong. Unless all of the unknown cards are green. I just have these in as placeholders. But honestly, looking at this, I just want to cut green. Cut this out, add 2 of these. Probably I don't know what other angel, but I think green is completely unnecessary. There's not a lot of cheap angels. Maybe, one of the cards is Chomping Changeling. Chomping sounds green, and Changeling means it'll be an angel. So probably we need to wait until Lorwyn releases and find a 1 to 2 drop Changeling for this deck. Almost certainly that's what we need, and we just need to cut green. But honestly, it's fine. 4 Giadas is huge. I didn't like these, but I've actually been playing this deck, and the fact that it tutors up this is pretty good. So I want 2 more of these. This is kind of so-so. It just depends because we're not a life gain deck. This gains life, this gains life, but this can be kind of mid. It just depends. There is Resplendent Angel in Standard right now, right? Yeah, but we need more life gain for this to be worth it. But overall, $25 for this, in my opinion, seems totally fine. But then we come to Pirates, and oh boy, by the way, Spell Snare is in Magic Arena, but it's historic. I can't set this to I can't set it to Standard, but then this turns red. But so this deck is all over the place. It seems to want to be built around this. It's on the cover. It cares about vehicles and drawing and discarding. In fact, so this cares about discarding, this cares about discarding. This discards, this discards, this kind of discards. This is a payoff for discarding. This discards, and then we have vehicles. This is a bit disorganized, but hang on, it's going to make sense here in a second. This is unrelated, this is unrelated, this is unrelated, this. So here's the breakdown of what this deck is trying to do. We have this card. Vehicles have haste. Whenever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attack, draw 3, discard 2. These care about discarding. If you discard a card, get a counter. If you discard a card, get a counter. So the idea being, you want like this, and this in play, and this. And this is going to draw 3, discard 2 when these attack. And then that's going to put 2 counters on this, making it a 30-30 rate. This is what the deck's trying to do. But it looks very inconsistent because, well, it's trying to do too many things at once. It wants to be a vehicle deck. It's got these vehicles. This is a vehicle. It's got vehicles. It's got discard payoffs. I guess all of these are discard payoffs. It's got some tribal pirate stuff. This doesn't do anything for the deck, just other than being a low-cost pirate. Schooner is a vehicle, but it doesn't draw or discard. This deck just seems all over the place. I've played it a little bit. You know, sometimes you draw vehicles, but no way to draw and discard. Sometimes you draw your draw and discard stuff, but no vehicles. Sometimes you draw this and you don't have a vehicle, right? It's very inconsistent. So it's less valuable in terms of monetary value, but I also think it's inconsistent and just so much weaker than Angels. How does this ever beat an Angel? What's the best draw for this? It's like this, and to turn 2, I guess this, and to like turn 3 this, and to turn 4, oh no, you probably want, oh no, this gives vehicles haste, and to like turn 4, we don't even have a 4-drop vehicle. Like maybe this is like the best run out we can do. And how does this ever beat like a turn 2 Giada? How does that draw compare to like turn 2 Giada, turn 3, literally any Angel, turn 4, literally any Angel with this in play? Actually, we can do turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. This just seems 10 times better. It's better in every way. I don't know how this ever competes. And they said they wanted these to be competitive with each other. They said, we're getting these two, and apparently in the future, with future sets, we're going to get more batches of these, and they're meant to be played against each other. And you can see they're heavily focused on foundations. The Pirates deck is very Ether Drift focused, which doesn't rotate. Or does it? Maybe it does. I don't know. Ether Drift will not rotate. Rotation doesn't happen until 2027, and it'll be this cluster down here. So Ether Drift is good for like 2 years, which is probably why they chose that. So these decks are going to be good for a while, and I think that's the plan, but the problem is they're not balanced. There's no way this competes. I would prefer this power level. I think this deck is pretty good. I think you could probably play at an F&M with this. It's inconsistent. You probably just cut to mono white. You don't want Blossoming Sands, but I think $25 for this, getting a $65 deck, and I think it's pretty solid. I'd like to see more decks like this, and I think the Pirates deck is going to need some work. But anyway, just wanted to talk about these for a bit. I think this deck is pretty strong. I think it's going to get poo-pooed. Expect the professor to say, it's not tier 1. Oh no, never mind that the commander decks aren't CEDH. How come I can't take my commander precon to a CEDH game and win? It's because they're not intended for competitive commander. They're intended for casual commander. And this as a casual deck for $25, I think is super strong. Way better than Planeswalker decks. Way better than theme decks of the past. Not quite as good as challenger decks, but solid if they're at this power level. And I think the Pirate deck could probably be fixed. I mean, there's a lot of solid. I mean, this draw and discard strategy is fine. NT's good. Schooner's a good card. It's more this sort of, like this sort of stuff. This is also fine. This sort of stuff is a bit weak. This is fine. If I'm sorting these by like, is it a good card? I'm doing something like this. I would say all of these are good cards, and there's some jank that we can probably adjust. So I still think there's a solid foundation of a deck here. I just don't know why they did this vehicle discard thing. But I think they should have just did an Is It Pirates deck with some draw and discard stuff. This would have been fine. This is a red herring. I don't know why they did this. And this card's not good. And neither is this one. And these are all the rares. These 3, 5, 7 of the rares are just... That's a miss. That's a miss. Shouldn't have done this. But I still think there's something here. So I think the decks are solid. I think they're going to be fun. I don't know if they're going to be fun to play against each other, but I will be doing upgrade guides. I've been playing these modified versions of them for standard, and this deck has felt a bit weak. The Angels deck has been fine. Been totally fine. Been winning a lot in unranked. It's been good. So yep, that's it, guys. Just wanted to talk about those. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.